Hello, grade 8. We are now in your quarter 1, week 4. And this week, the subject matter is sound. Do you still remember what is a sound? How does it being produced? Sound is basically produced by vibrations, or that is the movement of an object to and fro. Yung sa Tagalog, yung parang nanginginig na paggalaw. So anything that vibrates will produce sound. But in this week, we will focus on how sound is being propagated and how does sound travel. Let's move on. Points to remember. Sound consists of waves of air particles. Generally, sound propagates and travels through air. It can also be propagated through other media. Since it needs a medium to propagate, it is considered a mechanical wave. In propagating sound, the waves are characterized as longitudinal waves. These are waves that travel parallel to the motion of the particles. So in your points to remember, sound is being classified into two different bases. It is said to be mechanical because it needs medium to propagate. Medium means kailangan niya ng dadaanan. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-propagate sa empty space or the so-called vacuum. So, mechanical wave siya. And then, it is also longitudinal or from the word long, longitudinal, parallel lang siya, sumusunod siya sa daloy ng mga bagay-bagay. So, if the movement of the medium is to the right, then the sound will also move to the right, parallel to the motion of the particles. Okay, let's move on. Alright, let's watch this video clip and learn how sound is being propagated in different media, particularly in solids, liquids, and gases.
You know that someone is standing outside your door when you hear the doorbell. The sound of the doorbell traveled to you. Can you guess how it traveled? It traveled through air. Yes, here the medium of propagation is air. Sound.
Okay. So, syempre kapag may doorbell kayo, hindi ka naman nakadikit sa door nyo, ano? For example, nandun ka from a distance, nasa sala ka, pero narinig mo yung tunog ng doorbell. Paano? Kasi daw, yung sound nag-travel sa hangin. Okay? So, air propagation.
Requires a medium for propagation. Is the medium always air? Not necessarily. The medium of propagation of sound can be solids, liquids, or gases. Yes, sound can also travel through solids and liquids. Before we get to that, let us see some other examples of sound propagating through air. Remember, air is nothing but a mixture of gases. Sound of the siren when the train is approaching you, sound of glass breaking, sound of the firecracker, etc. are some of the examples where the medium of propagation is air.
Ano daw yung mga additional examples? Proving that sound really travels through air or propagates through air. Narinig mo yung paputok, narinig mo yung nabasag na baso, narinig mo yung tunog ng tren, kahit na hindi ka naman nakadikit sa kanila, malayo ka. Bakit? Kasi nga, yung tunog, nagbiyahe, naglakbay sa hangin. Ano daw yung hangin? Is a mixture of gases or naghalo-halong iba't ibang gases. Ano yung mga gases sa periodic table of elements? You have your carbon dioxide, you have your oxygen, nitrogen. Actually, carbon dioxide is compound. Alam niyo na yun. Basta nasa ano rin yun. Periodic table of elements, yung mga side parts. Okay? Hindi lang naman elements. Ang laman nung ano na periodic table of elements, di ba? Okay, so let's move on to the second medium. Aside from air, that sound can propagate.
Sound can also propagate through liquids. Let us do one experiment to see this. We place the bell in the water like this so that it does not touch the base of the container. Now keep one of your ears close to the surface of water and shake the bell inside. Do you hear the sound? Yes, you do. Here, the medium of propagation is water. What instrument does the doctor use to check the rate of
Ano yung second example? Yung bell nasa ilalim ng tubig. Kapag nilapit mo yung tenga mo daw, maririnig mo pa rin yung tunog ng bell. Bakit? Kasi naglakbay din yung tunog sa liquid, which is water in the sample. And this third is through solids.
your heartbeat? Yes, it's called a stethoscope. Doctors place the small disc-shaped object called a turnable diaphragm against your chest. The sound of your heartbeat travels through the tube and can be heard from the two earpieces. So can you guess the medium of propagation of sound here? Yes, here the medium of propagation is a solid.
Okay, so the sample situation proving that sound can travel or propagate through solid is the doctor using a stethoscope. Ito daw yung solid material na pinaglakbayan or dinaanan ng sound. Kaya narinig ni doctor yung tibok ng puso mo, or kung may rarak-rarak ka ba dyan, di ba? Yung sa puso mo, yung sa lungs mo, maririnig niya. How? Through the propagation of sound in this medium that is called stethoscope and is solid material.
The tube through which the sound travels is the solid. Now suppose you're standing on one side of a brick wall and your friend on another side with one of his ears close to the surface of the wall. Hit the wall with some wooden object. Ask your friend if he hears the sound on the opposite side. I'm sure he will say yes. Here the medium of propagation is again a solid.
Ano yung second example natin? Yung pader, pinupukpok sa kabila, and then yung tao na sa kabila din malapit sa wall or yung pader. Naririnig niya yung sound because that sound is propagating in the solid medium which is the wall or yung pader.
So with the help of a few examples, we saw that sound can travel through solids, liquids and gases. But does it mean that sound can travel through anything and everything? The answer is resounding no. The sound cannot travel through vacuum. What is a vacuum? It is a space from where all or most of the matter is removed. Example is outer space. Yes, we cannot hear sound in outer space. That is why they say, in space, no one can hear you scream. In the next video,
ano sinabi niya? Di ba sabi niya, sound can propagate or travel in almost all, or actually in all types of matter. It's either air, gas, liquid, or solid. Pwedeng madaanan ng sound. But it is not capable in traveling through vacuum or empty space. Ano daw yung vacuum? It's a place where all matters of all phases are removed. Walang gases, walang liquids, walang solids. Vacuum ang tawag doon or empty space. Hindi daw makakapag-travel yung sound sa ganong place. Kaya nga sabi niya, kapag nasa outer space ka daw, ano yung outer space? Yun yung space beyond or outside the Earth's atmosphere. Kahit sumigaw-sigaw ka daw doon, nobody can hear you scream. So, sound cannot propagate in vacuum or empty space, but it can travel or propagate in any solid, in any liquid, or any gas. Okay, let's proceed. This is your activity number 1. Compare me now. For part 1, you have to compare the speed of sound in the following pairs of materials. Write the symbols less than or greater than on the space between the two materials. Alright, so you have to read these notes that I provided for you, and this green box you have to notice. Sound travels the fastest in solids. Next is in liquids and slowest in the gases. Why? Because it has something to do with the arrangement of molecules. Let's say, for example, in real life, if you are a traveler, where in which type of road can you travel the fastest? Is it in the rough road or in the cemented road? Of course, it would be in the cemented road. In Filipino, saan ka ba mas makakapaglakbay, makapag-drive ng mas pinakamabilis? Sa lubak-lubak or sa simentadong daan? Siyempre sa simentadong daan. Ang katumbas ng simentadong daan doon is si solid. Kasi nga si solid, meron siyang molecules na dikit-dikit ang pagkaka-arrange. Dikit-dikit talaga yan. Si liquid, medyo babagal si sound kasi medyo malayo na, medyo nagkahiwalay na yung molecules. Mas mabagal na naman kay gas kasi nga malalayo na yung molecules. Tignan nyo yung green box ko dito. Solid is greater than liquid. Or ang ibig sabihin niyan, mas mabilis ang sound sa solid kaysa sa liquid. Solid is greater than gas, meaning sound can travel faster in solid than in gas. Liquid is greater than gas, which means sound can travel faster in liquid than in gas. Okay. Yun yung tatandaan nyo ha, para hindi kayo malito dito sa part 1. And then, I also provided a list of the speed of sound in various media at 25 degrees Celsius. So, the temperature is constant and the speed is the speed of sound in these different materials is being listed or are being listed. If you will notice, solid, liquids, gas. In solids, sound travels the fastest in aluminum. Because in aluminum, the speed of sound is 6,420 meter per second. Pinakamabagal siya sa gas, which is carbon dioxide. Na-arrange ito ha, from highest to lowest or fastest to slowest. So, sa aluminum daw, pinakamabilis makapag-travel ang sound. Based on this listahan lang ha, hindi naman sa lahat yan. Alright. So, sa number 1, steel versus seawater. Steel is solid. Seawater is liquid. Tingnan mo yung green box. Carbon dioxide versus iron. Actually, dalawa yung pagkukuhanan mo ng clue dito, di ba? Itong listahan ng speed of sound at saka kay green box. Basta alam mo kung solid siya or gas, liquid. Number 3, wood, air. Wood is solid. Air, gas. Easy, di ba? Perfect nito dapat. Number 4, oxygen, gas, glass is solid. 5, brass, mercury. Tignan mo sa listahan, may brass. Ang brass daw ay solid. Ang mercury, nasaan si mercury? Nasa liquid. Very easy, ano? So, greater than or less than. Ma-perfect mo yan. Okay, very easy. Part 2. Part 2, guys. Arrange the following materials in increasing speed of sound. As 1 as the slowest and 5 is the fastest. Again, I provided the list for you. Very easy, no? So what are the involved materials? Aluminum, brass, ethanol, air, and steel. Anong isusulat mo sa number 1? Yung kung saan pinakamabagal si sound. O yung listahan na arrange na from fastest to slowest. So, alin ang mauna dyan? Slowest daw dapat ha, dun sa smaller number. Okay. Basta, wag kang malilito. Dito sa part 2, unahin mo yung slowest. Based sa listahan, mauuna yung may mabababang number. Okay? Gets nyo yan? Gets nyo? Part 3, arrange the following materials in decreasing speed of sound. 1 as the fastest and 5 is the slowest. Ayun. So, part 3 is the opposite of part 2. For this, you have iron, water, oxygen, nickel, and mercury. Sundin mo na yung yung arrangement ng listahan na to, di ba? Okay, you write first the material with the fastest record. Na-arrange na yung listahan, no? Magtingin ka na lang. Number 5, yung slowest or yung may pinakamababang number or speed of sound. Gets nyo? Gets nyo? Easy, di ba? Activity number 2. Medyo mas mahirap siya, mga kaibigan. Be a sound investigator. Be a sound investigator. Direction. Read each situation carefully. Follow the procedure in each situation and answer the following questions. Okay, number 1. Does sound wave travels through solid material? Video clip. And then, write your answer. Is it yes or no? Tandaan, sa vacuum lang, sound cannot travel. And then, you have your situation number 1. Place your right ear on the table. Slowly tap the table with your fingers. Observe the sound you will hear. Then, sit on a chair and tap the table again slowly. Observe the sound you hear. So, i-compare mo daw yung sound na na-produce kapag yung tenga mo ay nandoon sa ibabaw, nakadikit sa table. At yung sound na na-produce kapag ikaw ay nakaupo at tinap mo yung mesa. Compare the sound produced. Okay? While your right ear is on the table and while you are sitting on a chair. Just explain your answer comparing the sound produced. For number 3, does sound wave travels through liquid material? Liquid material. Encircle your answer. Yes or no. Situation number 2. Get a large bowl. So in your situation number 1, the medium of propagation is solid. That is your table. For situation number 2, the medium of propagation is liquid. Kasi may water na involved. Get a large bowl. Metal dapat daw. With half filled of water. Let any member of your family taps 2 spoons while under the water of bowl. Place your ear against the bowl and observe the sound of the spoon it will produce. Diba dun sa video clip kanina, yung example sa liquid, yung bell, yung cling cling cling, nilagay din dun sa ilalim ng tubig. Ito naman, ang gagawin ninyo yung kutsara daw. Dun sa ilalim ng tubig dun sa bowl. Place your ear against the bowl and observe the sound. Tap again the spoon under water and observe the sound produced by the spoons while you're sitting and your ears are away from the bowl. So, una, nakadikit yung tenga mo dun sa bowl. Yung pangalawa, nakaupo ka, hindi na nakadikit yung tenga mo sa bowl. Kinikling-kling ng kutsara dun sa ilalim. Number 4, compare the sounds produced by the 2 spoons underwater with ears near the bowl and sounds produced while you are sitting down near the bowl. Ganon din yon. Alin ba yung mas malakas? Nung nakadikit yung ear mo dun sa bowl na may tubig or nung nakaupo ka na? Hindi na nakadikit yung tenga mo dun sa bowl na may tubig. Ganon yon. Yung 3 and 4. Moving on. For number 5, does sound energy pass through gases? Easy naman yung mga yes or no, di ba? Basta just remember, it is only in a vacuum or empty space that sound cannot travel. Tsaga-tsaga lang tong activity number 2 kasi may mga gagawin kayong procedure. Mga bagay-bagay. Situation 3. Hold your throat. Hold your throat. Write your observations from the following situation. Create a sound with mouth and nose open. Observe the sounds produced. Hold your throat. Ganun ba? B. Create a sound with mouth open, but this time, cover the nose. Observe the sound. So, you hold your throat, mouth open, pero nakakover yung nose. Create a sound with mouth, where mouth and nose are both closed. Observe the sound produced. Nakahawak ka pa rin sa lalamunan mo, pareho nang naka-close yung bibig at nose. Ang hirap. Try nyo din. Number 6. Which of the following situation you feel the sound energy the most? Ang dali naman, no? Siyempre, alam nyo na yan. Number 7. Ang ibig sabihin ng number 6, saan daw mas pinakamalakas yung sound energy? Sa A, B, C, D. Ganon. Kasi may mga hadlang yung B, C, D, di ba? May clue. Number 7. Compare the speed of sound when you place your ear against the table, when you place against the metal bowl with water, and while humming. Ano yung humming? Ganon, yung humming. O, compare mo daw. Alin yung saan mas pinakamalakas yung tunog? Yun yung number 7. Let's get it on. Activity number 3, where sound travel fastest. You need these materials. Ziplock. Alam niyo yung ziplock, yung plastic siya, supot, pero may lock siyang ganon. Ganon mo lang, maglalak na. Ano pa? Or, kung walang ziplock daw, pwedeng transparent, hard plastic bag that can be sealed. Then, you need water, wooden block of wood. Wooden block of wood. Basta block of wood. Redundant lang ito siguro, no? Wooden block of wood. Block of wood. Last time. Pencil. Okay. Anong gagawin nyo daw? Blow into the ziplock plastic bag and quickly seal it. Ipuyutan nyo. I-blow nyo. Lagyan nyo ng hangin yung plastic. Make sure there is enough air in the plastic bag. Place the ziplock plastic bag near your ear. Dikit nyo daw. Shoop! Andito na yung plastic bag na may hangin. Cover one ear with your hand and the other ear with the bag. Dapat may hawak din akong ano, no? Plastic. And then, ito, i-cover ko din. Let your classmate. Wala ka namang classmate kasi, homeschool. O, di one of your family member. Let your classmate tap the bag with a pencil. Pencil daw, lapis. Chuk. Observe the sound it produces. And then number 5, fill the bag with water and seal it. O, kung kanina hangin, ngayon naman tubig ang ilalagay mo sa plastic bag. Place the Ziploc plastic bag near your ear. So it's just comparing of sound in different media. In air or gas, in water or liquid. Ganon. Place the Ziploc plastic bag near your ear. Cover one ear with your hand and the other ear with the bag of water. Compare nyo lang. Ganon. Easy lang yan. Kala nyo nang mahirap. Next. Number 8. Let your brother or sister tap the bag with a pencil. Observe the sound it produces. Tuktukan niya daw gamit ang pencil. Yung plastic na may tubig. Hold a wooden, yan na naman, hold a block of wood over one ear. Hold a block of wood over one ear while covering the other ear with your hand. Solid na tayo ngayon, solid. Yung block of wood. So, block of wood, kamay. Let your classmate man yan. Wala kang classmate. Di yung family member. Let your family member tap the wood with a pencil. Basta pencil palagi ang pangtuktok. Observe the sound it produces. And then, you have to record all your observations in the table. In your observation, rank each material where sound travel fastest, where 1 as the fastest, and 3 as the slowest. Paano mo malalaman na fastest? Siyempre, malakas. Slowest, mahina. Ganun. I-rank mo daw siya. Paano? Number 1, yung pinakamabilis. Number 3 sa, parang alam nyo na rin yan. Yung activity number 2, di ba? Greater than, less than. O ito naman, solid, liquid, gas. Mga ganon, connect lang. Pero, it's better for you to do the activity well. Continue. Guide questions. Guide questions, guys. Number 1. Which material transmit the sound fastest? Slowest. Which material? Ano ba yung mga material nyo doon? It's the air, the liquid, and the air, the water, and the block of wood. Which among the material is better carrier of sound? Alam nyo na yun yan. Greater than, less than. Number 3. Compare the speed of sound in each material used in the activity. O compare, you just use words fastest, faster, slowest, na ganon. Number 4. Based on the activity, what can you conclude about the speed of sound in different medium? Ano daw ang makukonclude mo? For example, ganito. Sound travels fastest in solid, liquid, or gas. And it travels slowest in solid, liquid, or gas. Ganon. Na-provide ko na pala yan dun sa text box kanina, di ba? Sa baba ng green box. Write it in your own words. Very easy. So I hope this video tutorial would make your activities easier. Oo. Kayang-kaya niyo yan. So again, we are done for this week. This is Teacher Mylene saying, happy learning. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so we could help more students like you and we can make their module life easier. Love, Teacher Mylene. Until next time, bye!